Okay, I'm live. For some reason, it wasn't showing up, but we're gonna do some more sketching. Sorry, I'm so late. My OBS was kind of broken, so I had to fix it as quick as possible. But it seems like everything is okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna do some more sketching. I don't know what to do for the stream. I actually want to play more TFT, but I thought I decided to do some sketching instead. Yeah. So we're just gonna do that. Yeah. So we're just gonna be sketching KAITO, Vocaloid KAITO. And I am gonna use the Project Sekai version because it's clearer with its palette, so I can just like pick from it easier. And also because I haven't been drawing a lot of guys lately. I used to draw a lot of guys a lot when I was growing up because a lot of my favorite characters were like the male characters. And I used to draw a lot of guys. Then I kind of just started drawing a lot of girls. I don't know. It's like I'm not making that choice on purpose. That just kind of happened. And then I realized, I'm not really drawing a lot of guys lately. So we are going to do that. And just in case, actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a time lapse, record time lapse. This will turn on canvas time lapse recording. The time lapse recording will be saved with the canvas, and the file will require more disk space than usual. Okay. So my Clip Studio is actually recording my canvas right now. So I always wanted to just do more of these like little time lapse videos I can put on Instagram. So we're gonna do that. Just start with the darker pencil. Don't really know, because I know like he is much older, so like I just kind of want to kind of represent that, but I'm not really sure. Okay, that's too big of a circle. Something I have a pose in mind. It's probably not going to be like the best looking pose, but just wanted to try that out. Where he's kind of looking down in a way like this. Trust the vision. It's like eyebrows, nose, and then kind of like an open smile kind of thing. That's what I have in my brain. And then more of like a tilt, I guess, in the body, like this. Okay, yeah, that's looking promising. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. There we go. I might do some more adjusting, but that's kind of our base right now. Maybe I should shrink it a bit more. Yeah. Cool. So we're just gonna start with this. Yeah, I had this idea in mind, and I'm kind of liking how it's going. And again, usually it's like he is much like older. Like I think he recently turned 40 or something like that. No, I think he's in his 30s, I think. So I want to kind of represent that. Ooh, is my OBS working? Now is my Spotify working? This is a struggle for me all the time. Oh, my Spotify, hold on. It's not even playing on my phone. It's completely frozen. Okay, there we go. I was thinking about like vocals I wanted to draw. I'm gonna use the demi pen. And yeah, like I think I chose Kaito because he's just kind of like a nostalgic character for me. Again, like I've mentioned this before, he was kind of like the more rare kind of male vocals. You didn't really see a lot of male vocals growing up. More other vocals that were male was like Len and Gakupo. Len, Gakupo, Kaito. I feel like those guys were like the main three guys. And then over time, it's like if you were more into the fandom growing up, then there'll be like other male vocaloids. But like mainstream wise, it was like mostly just Kaito because he was part of the Krypton group. Yeah. Even again, yeah. I mean, I always stream in the evening, or I mean, nighttime in this case. It's like 10:30. But hi, silly. Yeah, I started streaming like later than usual, so I don't know how long the stream might go. I might go longer than usual. But thanks for coming by, actually. My OBS wasn't like working properly, so I had to fix it before I started stream. But is it late where you're at right now, or is it just kind of daytime? Works for me, yeah. I don't know, it was something about like the music display. Like it was really annoying me that like it wasn't working. So it's like I have to get this working or else my little display like it doesn't work. 12:30 a.m. Oh my goodness. Then go to sleep. You don't have to stay up. I'm the one who stays up, not my audience. They go to sleep. This is the spaceship installing Starfield. Oh, nice. I've heard some mixed reviews about Starfield, but it seems like a pretty cool game. Like I still play we'll sleep in the meeting tomorrow. Alright, yeah. I mean like if you're installing Starfield, you probably have to stay up for that, right? It's like I'm not gonna install it and go to sleep, are you kidding me? But yeah, I mean, I really love like Skyrim. It's like my favorite game ever. So like, maybe I'll play Starfield eventually. I don't know. I don't have the tech for it, so yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's like then you're gonna be like, it's gonna be like Christmas Eve. It's like you're just gonna be sleeping there, like unable to sleep. You gotta get at least like the character creation down first, right? Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I kind of actually want it. Okay, I'll figure it out. This is just the base. Because I wanted his face a little bit more chiseled. Because he's like a little older, so I wanted to look a bit more hollowed, actually. Hollowed, I think is the word. I am worried about that. I know, there's some people who work on character creation like for 5 hours. Black Desert Online, I can never get out of the character selection. Yeah, you want to be really specific. And sometimes at the end, it's like they're just gonna end up like putting armor on the face anyways. So yeah, but I totally get it. Character recreation is like my favorite part of games. So part of the reason why I wanted to draw Kaito was because again, I haven't been drawing a lot of guys lately, so just practicing that again. Like I said before, like I've used to draw a lot of guys when I was younger, because a lot of the guys were like my favorite characters, but let's see if I still have the chops, I guess. Because my style has gotten a lot more like bright and fluffy with the eyes. So I want to see if I can be able to like somewhat translate that in like a guy. Like, it's not my plan to make very fluffy eyes, but to see if I still like have a bad habit of doing that even when drawing guys. Okay, I think this can kind of work. But yeah, Starfield is something I want to kind of get into when I don't know, in like years after it's been out, because I don't know when I will have what I can. I won't know when I'll have the tech to actually play Starfield. Armored Core is a game also that I would really like to play. I mean, I already build Gundams, and just like a Gundam fighting game seems pretty fun. Do I want more of like a stronger brow? But I don't think Kaito's like that. Okay, that actually kind of looks kind of nice. What else am I trying to get into? I don't think there's other games I really want to play nowadays. Oh, Pikmin. I kind of want to start playing Pikmin. I dusted off the Xbox. Oops, sorry, dyslexia. I dusted off the Xbox I was about to sell. Oh, is it like the new Xbox, like the S series, or is it like one of the older Xboxes? Because I think that's why people got the new Xbox in the first place, is to play Starfield. Was that the plan initially, or did you just have it for other things? It's the new X series, yeah. I've heard people actually bought that first day because they wanted to play Starfield. Was that the plan initially when you got the X series, or was it just like a change of plans? Like you weren't really into Starfield, but then it kind of came out. You're like, okay, I'll try it, I guess. Was there like any other games that you're thinking of trying out? I just had it, but my friend played Destiny 2. Oh, okay. Interesting. Which made me fall asleep, yeah. It seems like a required type of taste, I guess, type of game. You either love it or you don't. I don't know a lot of people in my wow, I'm still really starting to hate this. I don't know a lot of people in my group that plays Destiny. I think my sister mentioned it once that she had friends that played Destiny. But she's not much of a gamer, so she doesn't really talk about it too much. Yeah, for sure. I feel like because I'm part of like a lot of the League of Legends stuff, and when Valorant came out, it was like this was a game that I kind of wanted to try, but I don't know. Valorant just seems like a type of game where I wouldn't be really into. If I were to choose like an FPS, it would be more like I guess Apex would be my jam, you know? Cuz actually I actually did play Titanfall 2 and I really liked Titanfall 2. To anyone who hasn't played Titanfall 2, it's actually a really good game. Oh, I should probably use the mesh transformation. Hold on. Oh, I love Titanfall, yeah. Something about the gameplay I really liked, and so when they came out with Apex, it's like, I'll consider trying it out. Yeah. But I remember when Apex came out, I was actually really happy for them, because like, there was like this whole thing, all my Destiny 2 friends hated it. Oh man, seems like they have bad taste. I'm sorry, man. But like it's like I love Titanfall 2. Let me just see if this works out. Add more roundness to the face so it's not too flat. Maybe I have to switch up the eyebrows. Maybe they're just way too like thinned out. Yeah, I remember when like Apex, when it came out, I was like really happy for them because of what was going on with like Titanfall, and how whoever they were under, they just like were giving them like the funding that they needed or whatever. And so I'm glad that Apex is actually really successful. And I remember when it came out, like everyone was into it, and then like it had a big fall off, and then people started playing it again. Now it's like, yeah. I think that's sometimes with gaming, like people would play a game and it would just be like, okay, I think I should do this instead. It would like people would just like play it like in like an insane amount, and then they just get bored of it, and then yeah, and then people just forget about the game, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, this is looking kind of questionable, but we'll figure it out. Usually happens to games, yeah. It's like when like Fall Guys happened, and then like within a year, it just like no one cared about it after. I think because they just like had a hard time like updating the game, or it's like the unpredicted blow up of the game, and like they didn't know how to handle it, so they tried to like just be like, you know what, let's just not update it or whatever. I don't know what the plan was. Like, I totally get why, you know what I mean? I totally get why it just kind of fell, because, excuse the pun, but I get why it fell, because I guess they just didn't expect that much people to play the game, and so they're just like, oh shit, we don't know what to do. And then new content was coming out, and like when they did add content, it was like way too late. Like no one cared about the game. And like the game is like free to play now, and it's like, who's playing this game? Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, excuse the pun, I didn't really mean it, but Fall Guys fell. And like the game is free to play, but I haven't seen anyone like talk about the game, even though it's like free to play. Like you could just play it. Like no one really wants to play Fall Guys anymore. Maybe in like other countries, like people are really into it. What the hell am I doing here? Sorry, this is like really weird looking. Like I had a vision in my mind, but yeah, I'm gonna erase this. It's like a party game type deal. Yeah, and then like those are fun. Like, cause it's a very simple game that everyone can like know how to like control and stuff. So it's very like beginner friendly. And so that's what made it fun, because it was just like, it was just fun, you know? Okay, just to make sure my music is playing, right? Okay, for sure. Last time I did a stream, like the music wasn't playing the whole time. I tried to make my grandma play it. It was hilarious. Did she understand anything that was going on? Or what? I mean, if like your grandma can play it, like, yeah, it's a pretty easy game. Nope. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, it was weird too, because there was a lot of like hackers. I remember there was like people who were hacking Fall Guys, and it's like, why would you hack Fall Guys out of all the games that you can hack? But she kept jumping into people. Oh, I see. I imagine like the stage, it's like, because they weren't updating it, it was like you're doing the same thing over and over again. You know what I mean? And toss them off the platform. Isn't that the goal of the game, to toss people off the platforms? Or was she tossing herself off the platform? Tossing themselves off the platform is what you're saying. Okay, what I'm gonna do is actually gonna delete the iris so it's not like messed up. Just try to get the shape here. I think that'll help me a bit. And actually tilt the canvas so I know that it's on a tilt. She was just toxic, tossing people off the platform. Or was she doing that thing where she would like stand at the finish line and then just like grab people so that way they wouldn't make it to the finish line, instead of just like didn't care for the finish line? Oh. So she didn't like the goal of the game. She just kind of just did whatever. Maybe she'd be into more open world games. Maybe she'll be more into that if she doesn't care for that type of thing, huh? She didn't know it existed. Oh. I feel like that's like the one thing that like parents or like people in your life that are not really into video games, like that's like the first thing they'll ask for when it comes to video games. It's like, okay, so like what is the point? Like, where do I go? What do I do? Or they'll always ask like, oh, did I win? Like I know I get that question a lot when it comes to like open world games, you know, because it's like, oh, like what's the goal? And it's like, well, I mean, there is a goal, but like the whole thing is that you're supposed to, you know, traverse the world and stuff, and they don't really get it because like they grow up with like Donkey Kong and stuff, or Jumpman or whatever it was called back in the day. Okay, I kind of like this. Oh, keep in mind, my canvas is actually recording my drawing, so I wonder what this looks like after it's done. She didn't ask, but once she figured out the grab button and jumping into people, that was her to go move, yeah. So because this is more of a tilt, I have to think about how the nostrils are going to be. Okay, let's just do that for now. Okay, I'm just gonna draw it and then I'll just like position it wherever I need to. But speaking of Kaito though, I was thinking of like maybe doing like a, okay, I don't like these. I was thinking of maybe doing like a stream playing like Project Sekai or just any sort of rhythm game. But I'm kind of contemplating it due to the nature of the game. So it's not like rated R or anything. It's a gacha game, so I don't know if I want to advertise that on my Twitch, you know. So part of me was thinking, it's like, okay, maybe I can like stream these games, but what's wrong with these lips, man? Maybe I could stream these games. Rhythm games, you know, like the tappy games where you tap stuff to the music. There's the two main games that I play is Project Sekai and Bandori, or just Girls Band Party in the full. Yeah, so I'm thinking about it. I've seen people play that here before, yeah. I think it's just kind of what I morally think about it, because if you don't know, like, I don't know if you play those games, but they are gacha games. So whether I want to advertise that on my Twitch, don't really know if I want to do that. Yeah. Okay, what if I use the symmetry tool to make lips? Oops. I want to do that on a separate layer. Because I was thinking too, it's like, well, if I do want to play these games, maybe have something on the screen that says, hey, I don't support, you know, gambling, I don't support the gacha aspect, so like play responsibly kind of thing. And generally, like, especially with Bandori, like, they are a little in the heat. Technically, isn't that Zelda clone one? Zelda clone? Which one, Bandori or colorful Project Sekai? Because Project Sekai is Vocaloid stuff and Bandori is girl band idol stuff. So like, which one? Because neither of those are like Zelda. Or like have any sort of aspect where it might seem like it's like a fantasy. No, is a game that's just like Zelda. Oh, it's like a rhythm game, but it's just like similar to Zelda kind of thing. Forgot the name. Oh, okay. Yeah, but Because like even if I put a sign up on my screen saying like, hey, I don't support the gacha aspect, it's kind of like a like creator and the responsibility of the audience, and it's like sometimes it's like maybe just don't do it, you know what I'm saying? Just don't do it. If you keep doubting it, just like don't do it then. Oh, Genshin Impact, that game. Oh yeah. That's gotcha, yeah. So that's what I mean. So naturally faces are not really even 100% of the time, so it doesn't have to be, but because like if I play a game like that and then someone else starts playing it because they see me playing it, and then all of a sudden they start getting into the gacha of it all, and now they're in debt. It's like sometimes that's what I think. Just because I say, hey, I don't promote this doesn't mean it's not going to affect someone. You know what I mean? So what do? You just don't do it at all. It's kind of like the environment, you know? Because it's like people say like, oh, how do I like responsibly like do this? And it's like sometimes the best environmentally friendly thing that you can do is to just not buy the thing. Because just having that order not be processed is the best thing you can do for the environment. You know what I'm saying? Just no product, no items. You know, if you have to have something, you know, think about the best environmentally friendly way that you can do it, but yeah. Because I remember I was like doing some like phone shopping, and I was like watching like all these reviews and stuff, and they're talking about like these phones are like, I remember this reviewer guy, he was saying like, yeah, this phone, it's like part of the back, it's like recycled this and recycled that, but then like the actual like oh, it's made out of recycled this, but like they're not transparent on how they recycle it. It's like, where are they getting it from? And it's like, if you want something kind of environmentally friendly and you don't really know exactly where it's coming from, or like whether, you know, it is generally what they're saying, I guess, you know, the best way to not the best way to like approach that is to just not buy the item, because even if it is environmentally friendly, the processing of making that is probably adding on to environmental turmoil, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I can buy an environmentally friendly like item, but if it's coming from the UK, that plane ride from the UK to Canada, that wasn't environmentally friendly. So sometimes it depends. Like I know like people who like buy like pins and stuff for like their shops. It's like they have to so I think a lot of the environmentally friendly stuff are actually from the UK. There's like a certain company, I think they're called Zap, that offers like wood like pins you can get, and not just like the plastic pins. But part of it is that obviously, again, it's from the UK, and so if you're having that shipped over to Canada or the States or whatever, that that, you know, that plane ride, the exhaust that comes out, like that added on to the environment, like it added destruction to the environment. So you have to think, it's like sometimes it's like, yeah, some people just can't handle that, like it just has to happen kind of thing, you know? I don't know, some like deep psychological stuff going on in my brain. I got some like food for thought, you know. This is looking okay, I guess. See, here's the dreaded part if I flip the canvas. That looks okay, I guess. Whatever. I think that's like a conversation I think a lot of content creators have. It's like, even if you don't really support the thing that you are advertising on your, wherever you're advertising it on, YouTube, Twitch, or whatever, it's like, even if you yourself are like, yeah, I don't support this, it's like you're kind of still showing that in the public. I don't know. I know with like a lot of books and stuff, sometimes it's like if you read a book where it's like very controversial, like the person might be on a certain political side, that if you don't want to, like, it's like, is it responsible for me to like just not say that I've been reading this book, or like tell them that I have been reading this book and show them the book and tell them the title of the book, but then me myself saying, oh yeah, I don't support this, but this is the book I've been reading. But then yes, there's going to be people that are going to be exposed to that and then like read the book, and like it might radicalize them or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't want to play like one of those games and then like have someone play the rhythm game and then get into gacha and stuff like that. Because personally for me, I've never been into gacha, you know? Yeah, thing to think about as content creators, yeah. So, because personally I could just say, yeah, I never spend money on gachas, which is true, but I don't want to like, you know, show it to them and then they get into it and maybe they're like, more like not sensitive, but they're just more prone to fall into those things because it's like gambling. That's what gacha is. It's like gambling. So I don't want to give that to someone else. You know what I'm saying? It's similar to what kind of path you take. Yeah. It's like if I was like a book reviewer, and sometimes for me when I read books, it's like I like to sometimes read books to see a person that was kind of maybe not politically adjacent to me. I kind of just read what they kind of think about and stuff like that. And I'm pretty strong with my politics, so I don't like fall for like what maybe like very like say strong dictators might say, because they're always just like fascist or whatever. But I don't want to like go on my channel and be like, show them the book, tell them the title, tell them the author, and be like, yeah, I read this book and I thought it was interesting. Because ultimately, if I were to read books like that, I would probably think they're interesting because I want to see what the brain of someone who's like that is like. But I don't want to advertise it on my channel. It's like I'll just read it for myself and then think about it and then like digest it and be like, okay, that was a book I read. I guess that's just how I approach things. So maybe a couple years in the future, I won't think like that. I don't know. Food for thought. It's content creation and responsibility, you know. Okay, this is looking kind of wacky, but definitely food for thought. Yeah, it's definitely one of those like thoughts of like the whole like staring out into a window with your coffee in hand, just like thinking about it kind of thing. Like, what is the threshold of these kind of things, right? And maybe it depends. Like, if someone follows a content creator that they know they have an audience that is, say, more like progressive, and like someone were to tell them that they read this book about I don't know, some like weirdo or whatever, you know what I mean, then they probably would read the book too and like not be too prone to what the book is saying because they follow a certain person that's not like that. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say, like, from like how I'm describing this, it feels like a slippery slope kind of thing. And as I keep talking about it, it's like, obviously, if it's a struggle to think about, then just don't do it. Then just don't do it then. If you keep thinking about it too much, like I am. I don't know if I want to draw his headphones. I'll just have his ears out. This is looking okay. I remember a high school teacher, art teacher that I love, when we're talking about like drawing ears, she's like, I don't want any peanut ears. And I carry that ever since, because every time I try to draw an ear, I try to draw it like bigger than I actually do. And that kind of helps, because people don't realize how big ears are when it comes to drawing the head. They're actually bigger than you think they are. Oh, peanut ears, yeah. Yeah, she was great. She was like one of those like teachers that you knew when they were like a teenager, that they were just like this rebellious kid growing up. I wish I could meet her. I used to visit her a lot after I graduated. Not a lot, but like when we could, we would try to visit her, because she used to work at this book club, or not book club, a bookstore. And we try to visit her, and like, I don't even know if she still works there, because the job, like, it wasn't like she got paid for it. It was like a volunteering, like, it's a very like very liberal bookstore where it's very accepting, and how they approach things is very like anti-capitalist. And so people who are there at the bookstore, they're not being paid for it. They're just like volunteers that are actually like really passionate about like keeping up with the bookstore. And they hold like a lot of like protests and stuff like that. Like, she was just that type of person. Like, just knowing where she worked and stuff, it's like you knew she was just that type of girl, right? And she was so cool. And I wish I could go visit her again, because obviously during COVID it was kind of hard trying to visit her. And hopefully when I do try to visit her, she's still there, because we used to have like a pretty okay connection. I remember, oh my god, I remember when I told her like, yeah, we just got a dog, because we just had a dog, like she was a little puppy, and she wanted to gift us a little thing for the dog, but she hasn't given it us since then. And my dog is like 6 years old, and like every time we try to like visit her, she'd be like, oh, I forgot it, like I'll definitely try to like give it. I don't know if she said like at that point in time, like the gift was a little bit too small, but like that's the thing too. It's like we don't have contact with each other through like text or whatever. And so when we ever try to visit her, it was just trying to visit her at the bookstore. Yeah. Yeah, I miss her. Every time I draw ears, I think of her. Like, I remember she told this story, because it was during the time when like Nirvana was a thing. And how like she was a young girl at the time, like a teenager at the time when Nirvana was out, doing their thing. You know, obviously she like listened to them, and then she was there when she like found out that like Kurt Cobain passed away, and she was just telling us like, oh my goodness, like when I found out, like I just like didn't go to school that day. I just like went to my bed, I started crying all day and stuff like that. It was she was so cool. Maybe we do the hair this time. Okay, let's do some dreadful. Hey, not bad. The dreadful canvas flip doesn't look that bad. Looks pretty okay on each side. Another Niji Sanji? No, this is Vocaloid. No. Hi, Bun Bun. I'm drawing another Vocaloid. He is hella old. Hella old. Looking good. Yeah, I know. Good thing I like erased the eyes and try to redo them and stuff. I was struggling. Oh yeah, hi, by the way. Yeah, we're just working on Vocaloid KAITO. I feel like I've mentioned Vocaloid a lot on this stream, so you should probably know what this is already. But like, he's one of the people in the Krypton, not business, the company, the Krypton company. He's one of the main 5 guys. So I was just telling a story in the beginning of the stream, like how he's very nostalgic to me, because he was like one of the very few Vocaloid people, very few Vocaloid guys. So when it came to like crushing on a Vocaloid, it was just like KAITO pretty much. And Gakupo was still there, but like I wasn't really into Gakupo until like later in my life. So yeah, he was like the main guy. But thanks for coming by. Yeah, this is looking real good. I'm like such a good artist, guys. And here's the thing, like, 'cause since I'm kind of new still to like Twitch and stuff, I don't think I'll ever call you guys like chat, you know? I'm gonna still be here, yeah, just lurking, doing stuff, ADHD things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I started kind of late, cause again, my OBS was just like acting very weird, so yeah. What was I saying? I forgot. Ooh, this hair's so nice already. Chat. Oh yeah, I don't think I'll ever like. Thanks, silly. I don't think I'll ever call you guys like chat or anything. I'll just say guys. I don't think I'll ever be like, hey chat, how's it going, chat? Did you see that chat? It's like, yeah, they're not chat. You guys are like people. Yeah, I just wanted to try a new game since Dead by Daylight is broken. Oh man. Sorry, I can't really suggest any games for you right now. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to think about that one. The hair is looking... He has weird hair. It's like the bang just kind of goes straight. It's not usually like... Oh, you're trying Black Desert? Oh yeah, we were just talking about Black Desert. How the character creation is, you spend like pretty much 5 hours on character creation. You gotta let me know later on, Bun Bun, how long you spent on character creation. Yeah, I think this will look good because his bangs are they kind of just go straight down, so it's like maybe I'll try to do that. I'm gonna guess oh, PS5, damn. I haven't used cuz the house I live in right now, there is a PS5. Why did I say that? Where I live. We have a PS5, but I haven't touched it in a while, so usually depends how long character customization is. So like, does it depend on the game for you? Like how long the character creation might be? Because like Black Desert, it's very like, it gives you lots of options on how to customize your character. I don't know, just starting. Okay. Because for me, like, when I think of character creation, like I think Skyrim was one of my first games where it's like that whole character creation thing. But nowadays when I do play Skyrim, it's like I don't really pay too much attention. But if I were to play like an MMO, I'd probably think about it a bit more. Yeah, if I want, I can take about an hour. You know what? Honestly, same. Because you're trying to make something that represents you, right? So you want to make sure that you're happy with it and you're going to be with that character for a very long time, you know? I think the last MMO I genuinely played was Terra. I don't know if anyone remember Terra. I think to keep in mind also is that like I never had any of the money to like actually spend a subscription on like MMOs, so I just like play whatever was available to me free. But I think that one was my first like major one that was coming out. I think Terra's kind of fallen off, right? I think the MMO everyone's trying to play nowadays is Final Fantasy. But I remember trying out like Skyforge for like 2 seconds, and then what other? I did try out Final Fantasy for a little bit, but my computer couldn't handle it. What else was there? Yeah, I think that's all I can think about right now. Perfect World got a remake. Is that another MMO? Or is it an extension for Final Fantasy? Guild Wars? Oh, I actually used to play a little bit of Guild Wars as well. I wanted to try it out. I heard it was like really, really good. Perfect World. Oh, I see what it is. Okay. Oh, this looks kind of old. This looks interesting. I'm looking up Perfect World right now. It looks pretty interesting. Perfect was an Asian MMO. Yeah, I can see about the style. Similar to Terra. I think Terra is South Korean, right? Unless I'm wrong. And there was like this other MMO that I downloaded on my phone called like Raja or something like that. And I played 2 seconds of that, and I haven't touched it since. Yeah, it is okay. But I wouldn't mind trying out Final Fantasy because I heard that one, like, generally pay for a subscription for Final Fantasy because I heard that one was like really, really good. I don't know if it still is, but maybe I should just like check reviews and stuff. You know what's great about this character too? The voice actor for Kaito, he just loves his character so much. Like every time he goes out to like the Miku Expo or something like that, he is always there decked out in like the most he can for those events. Like he has every single Kaito merch to like ever exist, and everything that he tweets about is Kaito. He talks about like, this is my son, like I love him so much. He's just like this older guy, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is my son, and it's just like everyone loves him because it's like, honestly, that would be me if I voice acted any character. I'd be like buying every single piece of merch ever. Yeah, same team from Guild Wars. Oh, okay, that might be the reason why it's good. Yeah, because I heard the best MMOs out there are Guild Wars and Final Fantasy. I actually knew someone that when I talked about like, oh yeah, I'm trying out Guild Wars, or like, yeah, I have friends right now that are like so into it right now. You know what I mean? Frozen? I don't know how I'm gonna approach this hair because I want it to like make sense, you know? He kind of has like this cowlick. Kind of goes. It's really hard not to like reference off from your reference. You know what I say? You know what I'm saying? And like try to think about your own style and not try to copy what you're seeing. Can I change gender in Black Desert? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. I've seen male characters in Black Desert. I mean, I'd imagine the female is more popular for Black Desert. Usually when it comes to MMOs, like females tend to have more customization. Yeah, I've actually, there's a very, very funny video. I don't know if do any of you watch Monster Factory? Because those are the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life. They have both, yeah. But have you guys watched Monster Factory? Do you know what that is? It's like a series on YouTube. One of the first ones I watched was a Black Desert video. But I don't like the fan service, turns me off, yeah. It's like, ooh, this is how you see me? That's kind of gross. You know what I'm saying? I get you, Bun Bun. I've seen it but never watched. Oh yeah, it's just like these two brothers pretty much, and they just go into Oh, is my chat not working? Oh shit, I just realized my display is not working. Ah, it's okay. Maybe I'll try to fix, I don't think I can fix it. No, I don't think I can fix it right now because I'm recording right now. But I'm off to bed, got to do character creation Starfield. Oh, that's good. But yeah, Monster Facts are really funny. The first video I watched was the Black Desert one, and it's just two brothers that try to make like the craziest, goofiest character creation that they can make, and the jokes that they made. The Black Desert one is definitely the best, so check it out if you can. Silly and Bun Bun as well. I think it's so funny. I remember I was watching it with my sisters, and it was like we were just like hyperventilating at the time because it was just like the funniest thing I've ever seen. The WWE character creations are really funny too. But have a good night. See you, silly. Sorry, I was just like trying to finish up my thought there. Have a good night. I hope you have a really good night. Good dreams, everything. Hope you enjoy Starfield. So the hair, I mean, his hair is pretty much naturally flat, but I would like to add a little bit of volume. A little bit of something. Yeah, that's why when Bun Bun asked, like, hey, is there like a male character? The first thing I thought of was like that video. There ain't, sadly. There's no male character creation for Black Desert? Ain't no way. I literally, like, that video I was just talking about, they were doing male creation. Is it like trial thing? Like you can't be a male unless you actually pay for the subscription kind of thing? Desert online character. I'm searching it up. Character creation. Character create. Oh man, I just searched up image of character creation. There's some like freaky ones that people have done. Male. Huh, interesting. I don't know. Oh man. Yeah. But with Black Desert, I remember it was like it was one of those games where like people were trying, like, it was so what's the word? It was so there's like so much detail pretty much you can put into the character creation that like people are like just trying to make celebrities, like real life faces in the game. I don't think there was another game like that where people were just, I think like other than like The Sims at the time, it was like Black Desert was like one of those MMOs where it's like, oh, you can actually like just make a celebrity and play a celebrity. Oh, but you know, Sims is actually a game I actually never really played, but I really like to play one day. The hair. Dang, even the pirate female locked. Oh man. Yeah, I remember in Terra, they had this new class of character that you can be, and it was like a gunner character, but like you can either be a gunner via female, and you couldn't be any other like gender. It was kind of weird. Sims is great. Oh yeah. I want to try it out. I like the idea of like making a world and then having them do stuff. Or like just see them doing stuff automatically. I think that's kind of fun to watch. Oh shit, I'm late. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, yeah, I started late. That's why I've been sketching. Yeah, no problem. We were just like talking for a little bit. We're just talking about MMOs, Black Desert, Sims, stuff like that. I played a little bit of stuff here and there in my time, but I never really dedicated myself to one. I just know that Final Fantasy is pretty good nowadays. Hair's looking okay. I think I might shorten up these bangs inside though. because I want to consider this character's like age. He is much like more of like the older Vocaloids. Technically, canonically, but it's my own headcanon, I guess. I'm figuring out a top to put on a portrait piece. Oh, okay. I mean, when it comes to figuring out outfits, Pinterest is my best friend. Every time I want to figure out an outfit, I just go on Pinterest. And it's all like algorithm, so it's like your common searches. You just like go on Pinterest, go on the home, it'll refresh everything, and then like it'll just show you just stuff that you can reference off of. That's my solution with tops. I have like a whole like board that I reference off of if I have any sort of like art block kind of thing. Okay. Update on my Vroid model. I just posted a kind of work in progress image. Just to kind of like tease it, I guess. I don't know. I feel like with the Vroid model, I'm just gonna work on like the top half, because the majority of the time that I'm streaming, it's like you just see the top half. So I don't think I'm gonna dedicate myself to just like doing the full body. I think I'm just gonna do the top half. I'm looking into fashion magazines instead for more unique ones. Unique and one-off stuff. Oh, okay. Like 2023 fashion magazines, or just like old stuff? Because when I think of fashion magazines, like I don't really see them around in my area anymore. So if I need to see a fashion magazine, I need to go to the thrift store. A mix of old and new. Oh yeah, I see. Hey Dion. Oh. I would show you my Pinterest board. But I don't think I want to right now. Because it's all just like, again, like algorithms. So if you click on one that you're interested in, it'll just like base your searches off of that, and it'll find stuff that's like very similar, and you just go into this rabbit hole of all these different types of stuff. A lot of artists use Pinterest. It's like the number one thing that people use. Like I don't even know like what I would do if Pinterest didn't like exist. You know what I'm saying? It's like if that shit's shut down, it's like how the hell am I supposed to draw now? Yeah, I've used Pinterest before, and I'm not a fan. I use Insta more than anything. Oh, okay. I don't use Insta as much as usual, I guess, because like it's just kind of like a company that Facebook does not care about anymore. And I think they tried implementing like threads and stuff, but I wasn't really interested. It was supposed to be like a backlash towards like Elon, and like I've seen some people that like when threads release, like they like use threads regularly, like they completely switched off of Twitter. But yeah, like I still upload on like Instagram and stuff, like especially like a lot of main illustrations. Like I don't try to like do like networking off of there. I don't try to do like work in progresses and like updating my stories a lot and stuff like that. I'll occasionally do it, but yeah, it's not the place for growth anymore. It was like that like a couple years ago, but not really anymore. I think TikTok is definitely the way to go. It's like YouTube and TikTok, I find, as people grow a lot. I've been thinking of getting a TikTok, just for the sake of like uploading stuff and not like actually engaging on things on TikTok. Just like for the sake of uploading things and then just like leaving. Just like help with the engagement and stuff. But it's true what they say. It's like TikTok has like the best engagement on there, so YouTube helps with making OCs for fun when empty-headed. Yeah, I think YouTube, it's like I think like out of all the things in the world, like out of all the social media in the world, I think YouTube is something that will never like die out as a social media thing. I mean TikTok. Yeah, because it's just like TikTok is like easy to digest like info and stuff, and like a lot of people are into that. So this part of the head is really frustrating me. Hold on, I'm gonna reverse this. Because like when it comes to like tutorials and stuff, like sometimes I'll look like at like makeup reviews or something, makeup tutorials, and I wouldn't watch like the 20-minute video of someone reviewing a palette, but I would go on YouTube Shorts and just see like, okay, what's the quick like 20-minute like spark notes that someone reviewed. Like someone made a spark notes of like a palette that they reviewed, and it's like, okay, this is the palette, this is how much it is, this is how it works, I like these colors, the formula is okay, if you have this type of skin it doesn't work with you, and like done. That's all I need. And like it's not like I don't enjoy longer content, of course. I mean, I guess it depends on who it's coming from, but like yeah, I can see why people like, especially with art, it's like if you're doing a tutorial, it's like they want to see that like, okay, this is okay, you put this layer on, you do this layer, okay, draw it like this, okay, choose this color, should do this gradient, and done. It's like they don't want to see like a 10-minute video of someone explaining it to you. Unless you can make it really, really entertaining, then it's worth. Because I've seen some art people, like newer art people on here, on YouTube, and they do like those 10-minute videos, but they make it really entertaining, and so that's how they get lots of engagement on YouTube and stuff. I guess it just really depends. I kind of want to give them like this fade kind of thing. But yeah, I've been thinking about doing like little YouTube shorts and like TikTok shorts and stuff like that, about topics and stuff like that. It's like it's like you don't want to admit it, but that is the best way to have engagement. I remember my friend told me a while ago, like, oh, you should try TikTok and stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't know, but now I'm kind of really thinking about it, and it's just a little harder because things like YouTube Shorts and TikTok, they're a different type of editing form that I'm not used to. I used to edit like YouTube videos and stuff, but I do like that process, but like learning how to do shorts and like try to make them engaging and stuff like that, something I have to learn. One little, actually, speaking of YouTube, actually one little secret that I have is before I did VTubing, I remember the first video I made on my YouTube channel, which is not obviously there anymore, it's like privated. But like I did like my first vlog kind of thing. I went to this anime convention that I've mentioned before that I do volunteering for, but for that year I just did attendance. I was just an attendee. The hair's looking okay. I think I'll just like take a rest with the hair and then just move on to the clothes. And I did like a vlog of me going to the convention and me just like talking about it it was like a 3-day thing obviously, and then like I was so proud of how I edited everything. Oh my goodness. I was like a cinematographer, like the way that I started the video, the way that I edited it, it was just like, oh my god, I was so funny. But like honestly, like it took me like a month to edit that because like again, I wasn't really used to it, and ooh, my tummy hurting. Okay. I'm okay. And so it took me a month to edit, and like I didn't understand like editing workflow, so I didn't realize like if I wanted to get that video out in time, I had to like edit the video like I had to edit the video. It took me a month to edit the video pretty much because I didn't get like, oh, I should probably edit the video like while I'm going to the convention so I can come out on time. So it just like, and I just didn't know how to edit videos. So I was just like really taking my time and stuff. But I was really proud of it. You know what? Let me just go on my OBS real quick. Let me go to my this and let me refresh it. Okay, hopefully that will help with the chat because I'm like, oh, I didn't realize. It's probably gonna be confusing for the people watching the VOD. Sorry, VOD watchers. My thing was broken. It's not you. I didn't know how to fix it. Damn, I'm really proud of this. I didn't think it would work out. In the beginning, it was looking pretty bad, so. Let me do the color. Is this a new? No. But now that I do like think about it and I look back at that video, I was like, I wanted to say things, but I didn't know how to say it, and like it didn't really make sense what I was saying, and I could see how it wasn't really engaging because it's like I'm just like going off and like I'm saying shit that doesn't really matter, stuff like that. But I was proud of it. I learned a lot. I learned a lot how to like edit and stuff like that. Should I use like this really big collar? Maybe I'll shrink it. But I guess like me just even like trying to do something, you know what I'm saying? Like learning how to edit a video was pretty cool cuz like I even put in footage of like the convention and like I had to it was like in an embarrassing way of like forcing myself to like film in the convention center and have my phone up and like filming, and it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this in public, but like I guess it's normal because it's convention and it's expected that people are filming. But I had it where like it was kind of just like I didn't have it like in front of my face, or I didn't have it like out. I just kind of had it on the front of my chest where like people are not really like seeing it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like walking normally like nothing's happening. But yeah. Scarf. But I think that's like one thing with like VTubing. It's like with like the whole virtual avatar, you are kind of limited on like what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like now that I do VTubing, it's like I probably like it's gonna be hard to do like vlog things because I can't really show my face, or like I choose not to show my face at the moment. Maybe there is a way to kind of like do it, you know. There's actually I heard there's a program where you can do like live streaming with like your body and stuff, but you can edit the head so that it's just like your VTuber head, especially if you have a 3D model like mine and it's just like my body and then it's like my VTuber head. So like my face is completely covered, you just see my arms and my torso and my neck. That'd be pretty interesting. But I'm like scared that thing's gonna like crash for 2 seconds and then my face is just gonna show up on the screen. It's like, I didn't mean that. Even when I was like doing hand cam streams for the first time, like I had gloves on because I'm like, oh, I just want like the anatomy of like not showing my hands. But then when my thing kept crashing all the time, I had to take off my gloves a lot and like fix it, and then I would forget to like put my gloves on, so I ended up showing my hands anyway. And I would try to do it again. But then I realized, oh, this is actually kind of making things a little hard. So I just like, whatever, just take the gloves off. It's just my hands. There is like some little trims here. Bam, bam. Yeah, this is looking way better than I expected. Maybe add some like eye bag stuff because he's not that old. I think Kaito's in like, I think he's like 30, like in his 30s or something. I remember making a birthday picture of him. Let me see if I can find it. I did make a birthday picture of him, and I even put his age on the picture, so. So I'm looking at this picture of him, and it's like so gross and ugly. I hate it. How old is Kaito canonically, actually? Kaito age. He's portrayed as a middle-aged man. Okay, so take that as you will. Whatever middle-aged is. Middle age. Between the ages of 40, oh man, this guy's old. Like between the ages of 35 and like 60. He's old. Damn, yeah. Okay, we gotta up this the aesthetics here. Yeah, his nose is looking okay. This is still the sketch part, so. Just at least the eye bags. You know, and people are like in their 30s, they're not that old. Like, I guess we gotta calm down here, okay, people? I remember there was a video of this girl and she was just like filming or whatever, and then someone was like surprised that they were like in their 30s. Because like the skincare thing has like gone so like overboard that they were surprised that she was 30, and it's like, yeah, I think you guys don't realize that when someone turns 30, they don't have like freaking wrinkles all over the place, right? I think people are forgetting that like when you're in your 20s, like you're still young. You know what I mean? It's so sad too. It's like I've seen like screenshots of like TikToks of like people being like, I'm 19 and I'm so scared of aging that I'm using a retinol at the age of 19. Not because I have severe acne. I just don't want to be old. I don't want to be old looking. And I'm like, that's so sad. That's so sad. Because they don't realize when they're 30, they're in the quarter of their life. Like, you're in a quarter of your life. Your life is not done. That's some misogynistic shit. Stop it. No misogyny. No misogyny. No female misogyny in this stream. Not in my fan base. None of that. Yes, use skincare, but not off a cliff, please. Use skincare, not off a cliff. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Will you unfreeze, please? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that like 6 layers is too much for you to handle, Clip Studio. Oh my goodness. Not off a cliff. It's like, yeah, like do skincare, but don't do it to the point where it's like you're so scared of aging that like everything and anything you do is for the sake of like making sure that you don't look old, kind of thing. Like diet, skincare, like what clothes, the type of clothes that you wear. Because like sometimes people wear clothes where it's like they don't want their hands to age, so when they're driving they wear gloves so that it's like their hands don't age, and they wear like specific sunglasses and like visors while they're driving, so it's like, and they have like a timer on like on their phone. It's like, okay, gotta wear the sunscreen at this time, and like I know there's like an influencer that does that. Like she has immaculate skin and like she dedicates everything she does for like perfect, beautiful skin and spends everything like on like skincare, and like her diet only consists of what benefits her skin and stuff like that. I guess there is like a nuanced conversation. It's like if that's their hobby, that's what they want to do, go ahead. But especially when it comes to like influencers and like your audience, it's like it's gone to the point where people are so young yet they're so scared to get wrinkles. You know what I'm saying? Aging is a privilege. Aging's a privilege, guys. People don't even make it past the age of 13. You know what I'm saying? And when there's wrinkles on someone, it's like, yeah, because they lived life. If they have a lot of wrinkles, like they have a lot of crow's feet and when they smile, they have a little wrinkles. It's like, yeah, because they lived life. They had a great life. I don't want to get rid of any of that. This scarf here. Okay, let me just get rid of this. The hair. Nope. Lamau. What do you mean by nope? What do you mean by no? Some you said, but I forgot. Oh. What do you remember? I'll probably reiterate it. Is he wearing anything underneath? Oh yeah, I think he's wearing a turtleneck underneath. Do you have a link of your YouTube? I don't see it in the about section. Oh, I do have it displayed on my Oh, hi, no brainwaves. Are you new here? Hi, thanks for coming by. Yeah, I do have a YouTube. It is like scrolling on my display here, but it should be in my about section or just like in my description. Sorry, I don't have my everything set up, so I think I did set it up in my YouTube. But thank you so much, No Brainwaves, for following me. On my YouTube, I usually just upload my VODs there, so I am planning to upload other things, but yeah, thank you for asking. I've been trying to like I am kind of new on Twitch, so like just trying to figure things out is I'm still kind of doing that. But yeah, it is scrolling on here. It should be underscore Yana is here, all lowercase, all together. Yeah, it should be linked. Also, it's like if you go on like my Twitter too, like my description should have like my YouTube on there as well. Actually, let me check. Yeah, I should have like a little thing on like my Twitter being like, these are all my links, and my YouTube should be there. Oh, never mind, it's not. I do have like I have a card in my Oh, I don't. I don't have any in my YouTube. Damn. I'm a terrible YouTuber. Where else do I have my YouTube? Yeah, it's not on your card. Yeah, I know. I have to because like when I had my YouTube, like I did nothing for it for the longest time. It's like, there's no point in linking it. I don't do anything here. But let me check my Twitch here. Let me see here. About damn. Oh man, I'm really sorry about that. Maybe I'll just like link it. I'll just like link it here. Hold on. Just give me one moment in the chat. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Just enjoy the music, I guess. My channel. So I'm just doing it on my phone, so. My channel. Edit. Channel URL. Copying the URL right now. I'm just gonna go into my Twitch and copy it onto the chat. Where am I? Here I am. Paste. Okay, this should be my YouTube right here. Sorry about that, no brainwaves. Yeah, thank you for actually reminding me. So I should really think about that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm thinking of starting a new Twitch account when I start streaming drawing from level 0 because I have no experience. I wanted to start following some small art streams so I can watch them grow along with me when I start. Oh yeah, thanks so much for coming by and looking at my art and like thinking that it's like interesting. I don't know. Yeah, but I do a lot of art stuff. I have like an Instagram and Twitter you want to see if you want to see like more art stuff. Definitely Instagram if you just want to see the art stuff sometimes. Sometimes on like Twitter, some people are just like, okay, I like your art, but I don't want to see what you talk about. Or do I have, yeah, I have a DeviantArt as well. I think that's scrolling on my thing. Yeah, but I probably have to update my display here, but also sorry if the chat is not working on my display here. I don't know, it usually crashes a lot, so also Bun, you're saying how he didn't agree with something I said. I was talking about how like with skincare and stuff, it's kind of gotten very where like a lot of young people are being very scared of aging kind of thing. And then I was saying, oh, you know, aging is a privilege. Don't be scared of it, you know. Was that the thing that you were disagreeing on? Because I think that's what I was talking about. But do you do like anime stuff, no brainwaves? Nope. Oh, okay, I was saying something. I guess we both forgot. You said something else? Oh man. What else did I say? I was saying how aging was a privilege because sometimes even people who are 13 don't even get to make it, so was that something? I was just talking mostly about skincare. I don't know also what I was saying after that. Or it was like, or did you not agree with that dedicating your whole like lifestyle and like things like that to just having good skin is something you disagreed on? I think I said something like that. Something like that. I think I can go into the line art now. I'm just gonna put all my drafts in. I don't know how to draw it out, so I'll be starting from the very, very beginning. Oh, are you gonna start with just like paper, or are you just gonna do like digital for the first time? Kind of curious. Yeah, I'm kind of interested. You gotta tell me every time I stream how you're doing, if you're doing good or not. Are you planning to do like more anime stuff like I'm doing, or are you just gonna do a different approach kind of thing? I'll tell you right now, someone like in this generation, like compared to like back then, you have a lot of resources. So don't worry if like you don't know how to do something. Someone's gonna be there to tell you how to do it. Ooh, frozen. This is also kind of a thing in my stream. My computer freezes all the time. But sorry, I don't know if you followed me, no brainwaves. My alerts are not working too, so if you followed me, thanks. Let me just actually check to see. Go back to my Twitch here. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I have to go back. drawing on a mouse be hard too. I have a Wacom Cintiq Pro and a Clip Studio Pro. I was gifted these at a steep discount, so gear is fine. Oh, so you just like got a discount and you're just like, okay, let's start this. That's a crazy way to start art. A lot of people like growing up back in my day, it was just all paper and like you would have like a sketchbook and you would just like draw shit in that sketchbook and like. Well, I remember my first like digital art thing that I used was a Wacom bamboo, well, not a bamboo tablet. It was a Wacom, I think it's called like a Create tablet or a Creative tablet. It was like a silver tablet, and at the time it had buttons, so I wanted the one with buttons, something like that. I plan on making my own VTuber model and rigging insofar. Oh yeah, that's been something I've been talking about lately too. Good luck on that. I've been actually talking about how my 3D model is actually going to have an update. So I'd love to have a 2D model though. That's the thing. My computer is so crusty dusty that like I can't even make a VTuber model in here because the amount of layers that my computer can handle. It can't do a VTuber model because VTuber models take so many layers and my computer can't process that. Oh, I can't wait to see the model update. Yeah, I posted like a teaser on my Twitter just like today. I don't know if I can pull that up. Yes, I think I could pull that up. Let me show you my files. But let me put a BRB on right now. Let me put a BRB on. Whoops. Okay, BRB, let me just open up my files and I'll show you. I used a pre-made VTuber model. It had like 500 layers. Yeah, my computer can only handle up to like hold on. Can you guys still hear me? Okay, yeah, my mic is still on. Okay. Yeah, my computer can only handle about like 200 layers, and then after 200 layers, it just like starts to just disintegrate. It can't handle it. I know an artist that I actually know that also has that same issue. It's like my computer only can handle 200 layers. And like after you're done with that piece, it's like you can't open that piece back up again because it's way too much. Let me see. I posted a little teaser. Let me just try to find it in my files. Did I put it in the right one? No, it's here. But I'm just using VRoid because that's like what I have right now. 1.0. Okay, let me open that up. It's going to take a while to open up. But good luck on the model. Yeah, I would love to have a 2D model. I want to get it rigged by someone. I probably wanted to get it drawn by someone too, because I personally don't know how to make VTuber models, so it'd be nice to have someone who actually knows what they're doing do it. It's okay, we started somewhere, yeah. So with my VTuber model, I was going to... Let me put it back here. Let me see. Sorry, I have a little bit of delay, so I don't know if y'all can see this. But it was mostly just like a face update. I didn't want to show everything, but it was mostly a face update. I'm mostly trying to update the upper half of my body because the majority of my VTuber model, you only see the top half. So I'm just trying to hone in on the top half part. But so far I'm proud of it. It's coming along. I've used like past presets and I try to just like texture it properly. So this is what the teaser kind of looks like. I put it on black and white so y'all don't see everything, but I'm not the best at using VRoid, but... Oh yeah, I saw that on Twitter. I love the way the photo looks. Yeah, it's so mysterious. But you could see by the eyes, it's a little bit rounder. I actually try to base the face off of like actual makeup that I do on my face in real life. Because no brainwaves, if you don't know, like my model is mostly just based off of me. So I don't try to be like a completely different thing. So my face is just kind of based off how I do my own makeup in real life. Yeah, I mean, like my character, it has like a story and everything. Yeah, it has a story and everything, but you know, I like to be transparent, you know, on stream. It's like I have a character, but I don't like being a character, if that makes sense. So yeah, Bum Bum, this is what it looks like. I don't know. I think for me also is you mean you were born with elf ears? Oh, I'm jealous. No, I'm a bat. I'm a bat, but like I grew up in a wolf den, so yeah. The whole metaphor about it is because I'm a person that comes from, like, my DNA comes from India, but I grew up in Canada. So I wanted to make a VTuber model where it's like, I'm a bat person, but I grew up in a wolf den. So my ears are little bat ears on the side, and then I have a little wolf mask because I'm trying to imitate that I am a wolf. Yeah, it's I don't know, that was like the most comfortable I felt. I was just like, yeah, this is it. This is what I want. Yeah, I mean, not all bat people grow wings, guys. We have the ears too. I unfortunately was not born with the bat wings, sorry. I'm not the cool bat with the bat wings. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think you actually know what my entire model looks like. Hold on, let me show you. Let me go back to BRB. Well, let me show you. Sorry, I have like, sometimes I have like my real name on here because, yeah, and I like, don't want to show it. Hold on, I'm showing it up. Bat VTubers are cute. Have you heard of Moriko Kyoho? No, I have not heard of him. I don't, just to be honest, I don't follow a lot of like corporate people. I don't follow a lot of corporate people. Oh wait, I repeated that. Hold on. I don't follow a lot of corporate people. There are some that I like, but I'm more of like an indie person. I don't know if he's indie or not, so maybe that's why I don't know of them. Let me come back. Coming back. So this is the entire model. I drew this all. She's an indie VTuber on Twitch. She's bad. Okay, I'll check him out. Bat people gotta support other bat people, okay? Okay, so yeah, this is the model. I can literally spend an hour just explaining the model. But because like I'm like also human, like a humanoid thing, I want just the ears to be on the side. Like it's like human ears that just got stretched because I'm a bat. But I have like slight elements here of like battiness and wolfiness. So I have like the wolf ears here, the bat ears. Even my earrings are supposed to be like something a little cute where it's like a wolf head with like the bat wings here. I have a dog collar, a spiked dog collar. Just some like pointy elements to imitate like fangs and like just the pointiness of a bat kind of thing. Even the shirt that I have here, it's supposed to imitate the skeletal bat wing. So it kind of goes over here, cascades over here, and it goes up over here, and it goes up towards the back too. So it kind of looks like bat wings, but not too direct. And obviously just the aesthetic of like black and silver is my favorite. And then yeah, everything else is just kind of normal clothing where it just kind of looks cool, adds on to the aesthetic. I also have like a tail here, like a wolf tail here. Your fashion reminds me of Y2K era clothing. Oh my goodness, that's such a big compliment. Thank you so much. I think also, yeah, again, more pointiness for like the bats. And then I also have these heels here where you just think of a stiletto, but you just snap the actual like heel off of it. It's supposed to be kind of like this imitation of wolf paws, like the way that they're like hind like that. So it kind of looks like my feet is hind. Like if you ever look at people making real life hoofs for their feet, they would just take a stiletto or like, you know, wolf paws, like the wolf feet. They would just take a stiletto and they snap off the heel, and then they make a wolf foot out of that. So it was just kind of like that's what it was inspired by. But yeah, a lot of my fashion here is inspired by like a lot of fashion houses that I'm into. A lot of Mugler, a lot of Givenchy, and another fashion house that's in French. The English is called Depressed Rich Kids, but I don't know what it's called in French. But they have really cool fashion. Also glasses as well. because I wear glasses in real life. And a lot of people don't know that my model has glasses. So they're rimless. That's why you can't see them. And also the wavy designs here is supposed to just be like a symbolism, I guess, for like the back and forth of like being born a certain way, but growing up in a different environment and just like trying to figure out how to like balance that all. Yeah. Because that's like a real life thing that people who come from two different cultures, like it's called like third culture, where it's like you come from one place, but then you also live here where it's like another way, and you just don't really know how to fit in with those things, you know. But overall, just like I didn't want to be too direct with everything, where it's like, oh, like I'm a bat, I'm a wolf, like something where it's like you look at it and you're like, what the hell is going on here, and that's why you're intrigued. Also like a rumal here, like a little scarf here, just to kind of keep everything cohesive. Because I am of like my heritage comes from like the Sikh religion, and like I speak Punjabi and stuff. So just the rumal to like kind of symbolize that a little bit, but not being too direct about it. And then I have this silver bangle right here, which is called a gutta, and I actually wear it. I don't know if you can hear it. Let me just bang it. Yeah, this is something that I wear 24/7, 365 all the time. People ask, do you shower with that thing on? Yeah. Do you shit with that thing on? Yep. Do you eat with that thing on? Yeah, I do everything with this thing on. I don't even notice that it's on my wrist the majority of the time. I thought only men wore those bangles. No, everyone wears them. For Punjabi, like baptized like Sikh people, like baptized Sikh men, yeah, it's like it's a necessary thing to wear. But generally, if you're from like the religion, you wear it. Yeah, everyone I know wears it. So yeah. And there you go. That's why you should follow me, because I'm so cool. I'm so cool like that. Let's go back to drawing. But yeah, that it took me like a year to kind of figure out my design. And I'm pretty proud of it. So I remember when VTubing happened, like I was trying to really rush into it, just trying to make a design and like put it out there. But I'm like, you know what? I need to take my time. So I know how to brand myself the way I like to, and don't rush. Think about it, you know. When did you start streaming? About 3 months ago. Unfortunately, I didn't have a Nitro. I didn't start with like a Twitch Nitro, or I didn't start uploading my VODs until pretty much recently. But it's about 3 months. I think I started in May. I think I started in May. Yeah. So I haven't been streaming for long, yeah. And then for I think August, I took like a whole month off. I forgot which month, but I think I took a whole month off because I needed to take the whole month off. So yeah, but yeah, excuse that whole like showing off the model thing, because I don't know, I'm just like really proud of it. I don't think I ever like went through a deep dive of actually explaining what I was trying to do on my model kind of thing. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take this chance right now. It's your stream, do what you want. Yeah. For sure. Thank you, actually. Thanks for saying that, actually. It's very nice to hear that. But do you plan to stream at all? Like, do you like want to start streaming? Or just like start with doing art and stuff and then start streaming it? That would be pretty interesting. Start streaming your journey. Maybe when it came to art, it's like I started when I was like, oh my god, I started my art journey when I was in kindergarten, and I haven't stopped there. It's like I'm like one of those like people that like your family members would just be like, oh, you were just born with this. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Like, I believe in fate sometimes. Like, I was meant to do this kind of thing. Like, you're just born to be creative, you know? And for the liner, I'm just gonna try to be kind of messy with it. Because this is just a sketch, you know? But yeah, that's the thing too. It's like I've talked about this on stream before, but I've always wanted to make VTuber models. Because first of all, it seems like everyone knows how to do it. Like everyone and their mother knows how to do it. So I'm like, oh, how hard could it be? I'll start streaming art next month. I plan to have continuous timer so people can track how many hours I've spent on this drawing journey. Oh yeah, for sure. That'll be really interesting for people to watch. But yeah, good luck on your VTuber model. Because again, like I mentioned, I've always wanted to make VTuber models because a lot of people who are POC, they don't really get to have a lot of VTuber models because not a lot of people like do that. Like I've heard some people like, oh, I'm too scared to draw POC models, and I'm like, really? So I was like, well, if you guys need an artist to do that, I'll do it. But I don't have the technology right now, so I was thinking of maybe like just making like a base model for people, and then they can just have another artist make the clothes and stuff for them. Maybe that doesn't take much layers, you know? Just like the little base part, the base body. But I gotta learn how to set up VTuber models, because making a VTuber model, like it's a whole different ballpark or whatever. Okay, face is looking good. But I think the hardest part of my V-Run model is just doing the shirt because it has so much texture to it. It's like, oh, I don't know how to like shade this. I don't know how to set this up. Gotta yawn. Yeah, VTuber models come later. First, I need to know how to draw a freaking box and sphere. Yeah, yeah, you gotta start with that first. Yeah, you have to understand what like how shading works, how ambient lighting works. I remember when I first started doing like some VTubing stuff, I started as a PNG model. And I think I did streaming with a PNG model once, and that was on YouTube. And that stream doesn't really exist. I think I privated it because it turned out pretty bad, to be honest. By the way, streaming on YouTube is just like it's just so frustrating. The way you have to set it up, so frustrating. I definitely prefer Twitch. Because I kind of prefer because like on Twitch I can play whatever music I want, just as long as the VOD doesn't have any of that music, it's good. So I can play whatever music I want as long as the VOD doesn't I can make sure I cut the music out of the VOD. It's all good. And then if I want to keep music on my stream, I had to play like lo-fi stuff, like non-copyright lo-fi stuff. But even that's like not really my vibe, you know? I'm kind of like over lo-fi hip-hop at the moment. And like the music regulations on Twitch are not that strict. I remember I accidentally uploaded a VOD on Twitch, and I accidentally did not set up my OBS to cut the music out, and so the music was playing from the VOD, but because I was talking so much, it didn't really register any sort of copyright. And I think the only time it did copyright was maybe the third last song in the stream. But it was okay. I'll talk later. I need to get back to studying. Yeah, no problem. Just like listen if you want to, lurk if you need to. It's all good. But thanks for coming by. Yeah, a lot of people that come to my streams, they like to come and do art while I'm talking here. Or like other things, play games and stuff. It's all good. I'll just be like yapping about whatever. I haven't actually talked about my day today. It was okay, actually. I made mac and cheese for myself. Because I have like my own recipe, you know what I mean? And I like making mac and cheese because I like to like make my recipe better and see how I can make mac and cheese better. You know what I mean? I'm not even talking about like eating mac and cheese where it's like on the side with another meal. I'm talking about like just having a bowl of mac and cheese. I don't know, sometimes I feel like mac and cheese is like mostly a side dish that you have with a meal, not as like a whole ass meal. But I'm that person, you know? What else did I do today? I didn't really do much actually today. I feel like that's like every stream nowadays. I'm just like, I didn't really do much. But I have been thinking about doing other content except for just uploading VODs on YouTube, you know? Actually do like actually do stuff, you know what I mean? See, even like, look, I'm on like the 9th layer and my computer is like crashing. It's like, I can't handle it. Jeez, it's because I'm also running a bunch of different things. I'm running OBS, I'm running VMagick Mirror, the program itself. I have Chrome open, a lot of things. And just like the streaming processing is a little tough on the computer. Man, I'm not even into Dico Nina like that. I don't know why I had this song playing. It was okay for like a week, and now it's just like in my playlist. And every time I listen to music, I skip it all the time. I feel like Dico Nina, when he came back after like a huge hiatus, it was like, oh my god, he's back. Like, oh my god, the music. Like, I loved his Android Girl album. And Undead Alice was okay. Undead Alice was after Android Girl, but I loved Android Girl. But then everything after that, excuse me, I also have dyslexia, so or not dyslexia, I just like stutter a lot. I have a speech impediment. I mean, part of that is like dyslexia, because of like whatever just goes on to my brain. But so like if you need an explanation on why I'm stuttering a lot, but like yeah, after Undead Alice, I did not care about Dico Nina after that. He's like a classic Vocaloid producer, but like I just like he's just so boring now. It's like I don't like his music anymore. Like I try to give them all the chances I could. Like I do try to listen to his new songs, but it's like every song I listen to, the chorus would happen, and then right after the chorus is done, I completely forgot what that song sounded like. I completely forgot what the chorus sounded like. It's like this song is not memorable at all. It's like, are you even trying to make any sort of melody here, Dico Nina? Christ. Like Parasite is good because there's something I can actually like sing along to, like the tune and all. Jeez, I feel like I don't. Okay, I gotta stop talking. Like his latest song that he did for Miku's 16th anniversary, you cannot tell me for the life of me what that song sounded like. It did not stick. And that's like actually a lot of Vocaloid producers nowadays. They just don't make things that stick. They just like make the song, they put a cool visual over it, and then there you go. They just rely that it's like very loud and ADHD for you to listen to it. To be honest, honestly, that's my opinion. You can disagree. I know. I've been thinking about it a lot because I remember seeing on Twitter of this producer that like released a song, and I was just like, they just like cut up the part where it's like the chorus part. That instrumental was so all over the place, and the chorus wasn't even a chorus. Like there was nothing, like after I listened to that song, like I could like for the life of me, you could not tell me what that chorus sounded like. There's a lot of songs where I try to listen to over and over again, and by like the 12th listen, it's like, okay, I kind of get what the chorus is now. It's like, because it's just like there's just no consistency, and I think Dico Nina ruined everything. He ruined it all. But his Android Girl album was good. I liked it. His Android Girl album was like when he came back from a hiatus. But then after that, like, I did not care. And like a lot of his songs too, it's like it has like good build up and like a potential in the verses, but then when the chorus hits, it's like something completely different, and then it's like, wow. No consistency. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna duplicate and reverse it. Because who cares? Just kidding. Yeah, don't listen to me, brainwaves. As you can clearly see, I am not using the fundamentals I was taught in art school. I'm just cheating. But I do recommend, if you are starting with art, to just do more traditional, because it forces you to get it right the first time, kind of thing. Because with digital, you could just like do it over and over and over and over again. But with traditional, it's like you actually have to learn how to draw the other eye. You know what I'm saying? Get like a cheap little sketchbook thing. As for like pencils, my favorite pencils are the Staedtler pencils, the blue ones. I like the Staedtler pencils. They have good variety. But sometimes I do a lot of like just mechanical stuff. Even the Staedtler eraser is really good. That's like that's the icon. Staedtler eraser. That eraser's never failed me. Okay, the nose is always kind of tricky because it's such a particular type of shape. You don't want to make it look too weird and out there, but you also want to indicate it. See, because it kind of looks good in the sketch, but when I actually draw it out, it looks kind of weird. Okay, something's wrong here. This should be, hold on, let me just reverse this. Okay, yeah, this should be a little bit more on a tilt. Should think about relying on my sketch to tell me where to go. Okay, that looks better. The eyebrows should change though. Okay, the face is looking good. Okay, the mouth. My goodness, the mouth. Um, um, uh, yeah, I hate drawing the mouth. Don't like this. Maybe I should just use the symmetry tool that I already did use here. Let's do it on a new layer so I can move it. Like that? Yeah, okay. That looks kind of weird. Maybe if I just like elaborate it, or just like zoom out so I can see the entire thing. Oh yeah, it should be more like down, not up. Still hard to believe he's middle-aged. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's like with like Vocaloid ages, it's like some of them do have official ages. Like Miku is known for being 16. But sometimes, like, depending on the song you use her, or like how the producer wants to use Miku's character, like it's technically not official that she's 16, kind of. Because there's a lot of Miku songs where it's like maybe a 16-year-old shouldn't be singing about this, but a lot of people use the Vocaloid program as just like an instrument to make vocals, so they don't really think about Miku herself, her age. So with characters like Meiko and Kaito, where they've been described as like middle age, like the older character, it's like kind of like an up in the air kind of thing. It's like, this is how we portray it, but if you want to see them as another way, yeah, whatever. Because this reference absolutely does not make them look middle aged, but I see what you're getting at, Bum Bum. What type of bug? What bug? What bug are we talking about? We're talking about Vocaloid. Am I slurring words again? Am I saying things that don't seem like what they're actually saying? I was talking about Hatsune Miku. I think when I start painting him, like I'm definitely gonna like amped up the middle agedness. Right now this is just a line art. When did I mention bugs? I was just mentioning like sometimes, yeah, the that like sometimes these ages are kind of up in the air. Like if you search up like, hey, what's his age? They're like, he's older. Some describe middle age, but you know, generally an adult. Sorry to adjust my chair. Yeah, we're gonna work on the hair. I'm like, oh, I don't want to think about the liner too much, but now I'm just like thinking about the liner a lot. Also, I'm trying to make more of a habit of like doing my nighttime routine before I start streaming, because it's just so frustrating after streaming. It's like, oh man, I have to brush my teeth. But I just did it, and you know what? Like my wisdom tooth in the back is like kind of hurting a little bit. I don't know, like something about the wisdom tooth on like my right side on the bottom. It's just like it just kind of goes in and out of like growing. And like it doesn't really affect like the way that like my mouth is, or like it's not bothering me, or it's not like the way it's growing, it's not pushing on any of my teeth. It's actually growing a different direction. But it's starting to hurt now. It's like growing again. Sometimes it just does that. It's just like on and off growth, you know? But I'm lucky like a lot of my wisdom teeth that grew out, like they didn't really grow out with a lot of problems. I even like told my dentist about it. He's like, well, it is kind of growing out a little weirdly, but if it's not like bothering you so much, then there's no point removing it. Or maybe I have like a high pain tolerance that I just like, maybe it is hurting me. I just like, oh yeah, I'll just like deal with it and then like it'll just stop growing. Yeah, when I start painting this and add more form to it, I think it's gonna look pretty good. Man, every time any song from this album comes on, like this one, it's just so nostalgic. This album came out when I was like 12, and I've been listening to it since. This was like the album when I started listening to it. Oh my goodness. It was the only album that I listened to, because I just absolutely loved this guy. It's like this was music that I've never like heard of in like my life. But like when I was 12, it was like 2012, 2013 at the time, so I don't know what was out during that. I don't remember what was out during that time. It was definitely hard to like listening to it too, because I had to like download it off of like illegal sites, because things like Spotify wasn't a thing. So if I wanted to listen to it, good thing I had an Android phone, because you could just like download it straight onto your phone, and you can put it into your like little Google Play when Google Play used to exist. Yeah, I used to like download so many songs and like put it on my phone. So many little Vocaloid and Japanese songs, which I actually kind of wish I still had, because technically if I go on my phone, like the songs are still there. It's like the titles are still there. It's just like they don't the files don't like exist anymore. So like I can just get the title of it, but like I can't actually like listen to them. And because like Google Play doesn't exist, you can't do that thing where you can just like download songs on a computer and like put it into your phone kind of thing anymore. Oh, that's so nostalgic. I wish I can do that again. But I had a whole like album that I'd make with just like Vocaloid songs. I wouldn't even like separate it to like artists or what Vocaloid was being used. I would just put it on one album, one whole album. But it was probably like covers in there that had like a couple thousand views that I'll probably like never find in my life ever again. I wish I backed those up properly. But I was like so young, I didn't understand what any of that meant. I like to use the Dami pen for like sharper areas. Because the original pen that I use is rounder, so I'll just leave it like that actually. But with that being said, or whatever I said, I don't know. I'm trying to transition here. We are done streaming right now. We are over the time I usually end stream, but because I was late, I decided to extend it a little bit more. But yeah, I think we're ending stream right here. Thank you for everyone that came by, everyone that, you know, engaged and everything. I hope everyone has a really good night and a really good morning wherever you are. Most likely for next stream, I'm gonna try to finish this up. I should be able to finish it up next stream. There shouldn't be like a part 3. Last time I did a sketch like this, it just took like 2 streams to finish it up. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else today. Okay, good night, everyone. See ya. I'm like waving my hands like y'all can see it. I'm waving it like I'm like IRL streaming. Okay, see you guys. Bye. Good night. Good morning, wherever you are. See ya. Bye.